Google giving up, giving in. Fox deciding that it needs more original content. And Elon Musk's nifty. Let's get into the hot news, my friend. When I give you the hottest tech news that I can find across the internet. I'm your host, Brett, and we're gonna be jumping right into the hottest news of all, which is Google allowing you to financially be responsible in case you're a developer, with them finally lowering their fees when it comes to the amount that you earn, with them cutting down from 30% to 15% on the first million that you make in annual revenue. This is something that Epic Games is fighting for and something that Apple has already done. So Google giving into the peer pressure, but doing it in a way that's different than Apple. This isn't quite giving into everything Epic Games wants. They want less percentage across the board, but Google and both Apple saying, no, this is only for the smaller developers. But the key thing here is that with Google's announcement, they are taking 15% of the first million at a marginal rate, whereas with Apple, it's on only if you make less than $1 million. As soon as you make more than $1 million, they charge you 30% on the entire thing. So that's 300,000. If you're gonna earn 999,999, or you're gonna earn $1.1 million, it'd be better to take it off the App Store so you don't earn that $1 million with Apple. Whereas with Google, it makes more sense, marginal. Which, by the way, this is how taxes work in the United States. If anybody says, "Oh, I don't want to get that raise at work because I'm going to be paying more in taxes," no, we have a marginal tax rate, friend. You're going to pay the increased rate on the new amount, right? Just for argument's sake, if you're paying 15% on $39,999 per year, or you're going to be paying 17% on $40,000 above, it only applies to the amount over the $40,000, or the $399 and before is taxed at the previous tax amount. So Google's doing it the right way at the marginal tax rate. Don't listen to anybody who says don't take that raise at work because you're going to be paying more in tax. Yes, but it's marginal, which means you only paid on the amount above. Genius. Continuing on things that get me irrationally angry, Google is expanding its nearby share program to more people rather than just sending one file to one person at a time. You can now send multiple files to multiple people. Just open it up, the nearby share, make it like AirDrop. The reason this makes me irrationally angry is that it doesn't. So I hope that made you irrationally angry that I lied to get my segue across. And OnePlus lying good. Look at them sleeping so soundly with this new looking camera phone that they have. That segue was awful. Morning Mist is the new color for the OnePlus 9 Pro, and it looks chef's kiss. I love it. But I don't love Fox. And oh my gosh, there's a million reasons why. But it's all they have is the Masked Singer and then variations of that. But now they're looking into original content for their streaming service, which is called Tubi, by the way, which terrible name. Fox, you suck at all aspects of your TV stuff that you're doing. Okay, which gets, they're gonna be, I don't know how to talk about the articles anymore. Fox makes me irrationally angry. I should probably put this next to the other one, but they have the Masked Singer, they had the Masked Dancer, they had I Can Hear Your Voice, I Can See Your Voice, or wherever it was called. It's just all the same shows. Ken Jeong, Joe McHale, and all the versions of just different celebrity appearances that are going on. Bad Fox. You suck at this. And bad mother. I'm sure you've heard about this because this is all over the mainstream news, but apparently there was a mother who released deepfake videos of their child's rival in a cheerleading setup where it was showing these children, just minors, doing illicit activities that they never actually did, and instead it was actually done via deepfake, and the mother actually used like a phone anonymizing service so that she could send these videos to the cheerleaders who were on the squad that she didn't want on the squad. And so she sent it to them and said, "Hey, look at the stuff that you're doing wrong. I'm going to send this to everybody, and it's bad. You should stop it." And just the cops, thankfully, were able to catch her. She has been arrested for this, and this is just going to continue to develop into more and more situations where this is going to move forth, especially as deepfake technology gets easier and easier to implement, whether it be on a phone or done really well on a high-end computer system. We're going to see more and more of this. Obviously, this is going to be something that a lot of people catastrophize the situation where it's like the politicians, we have to watch out where it's done like that. But I think in high-profile situations, it's easy to dismiss it. But when it comes to like the day-to-day interactions where somebody sent you a deepfake video of, let's say, your wife or your child doing something, or your husband, and then you see that it's hard to go against the video evidence, but then it's actually completely made up, completely deep faked. Opens a huge can of worms when it comes to technology. I hope that made sense. I'm feeling really off today. I'm sorry. My hot news is frying my brain. So let's cool it down with Tesla doing a winter update to their cars, because a lot of people with their Model Ys in the winter said that they didn't have quite as good time as they were expecting. So Tesla released an update with minor cold weather improvements and bug fixes, which a lot of people are anecdotally saying improved their regen in the cold, which is great. But what isn't great is NFTs. I fundamentally am not into the hype on NFTs. I understand them. I don't like them for what they are. I like them for what they could be, which is not what they are, and not what Elon Musk is doing it, which is making a song about NFTs and then releasing that as an NFT for you to purchase. This will likely hold its value. I mean, it's Elon Musk, so that's great. Currently, the bid for this NFT is at $1.1 million. Absurd. Just absurd. Let's talk about electric vehicles for a second, though. Porsche announcing that they're going to be working on its own private charging network to potentially roll out, which is kind of one of the key advantages that Tesla has over other electric vehicle makers, that the fact that they have a charging network dispersed across the entire United States. With Porsche announcing this one, it should be slightly better than Tesla's, at least when it comes to the rate of charge, with them saying that it should have charging capacity of 350 kilowatts or more, whereas Tesla's V3 superchargers only do 250, and most of the V2s that are out there only do 150. So the faster rate of charge of Porsche might be great, but obviously the expanse of the charging network matters a lot as well. So just seeing how prolific this can be and how well spread this charging network from Porsche is going to be remains to be seen. And what remains to be seen is who Apple's going to be partnering with for their electric vehicle. But Foxconn is one of the rumored people, and they've announced that they are going to be working on building an electric vehicle factory in 2023. But them partnering with Apple for their Apple car is still a rumor, but them actually working electric vehicles is no longer rumor. And what's no longer rumor is that there's a chip shortage, and it's everywhere. It's affecting everybody, whether it be the graphics cards you're trying to buy, whether it be the toaster you're trying to pick up, or a GM truck that you wanted that had the right fuel efficiency, because apparently the chip shortage has now affected the fuel management module on certain 2021 full-size pickups from GM, which is going to make it so that their 5.3 liter EcoTech 3 V8 engine now gets one less mile to the gallon, which, to convert it for the rest of the world, is slightly less on the kilometers per liter, which is just more American bald eagles per cheeseburger. And Russia appears to be throwing a cheeseburger into the face of Twitter, with them announcing that they might potentially ban Twitter within the next month, with regulators saying that Twitter has failed to remove the banned content that they have in Russia. And so in retaliation to that, they're just going to get rid of Twitter altogether, potentially later this month. And later on right now, as of yesterday, LastPass's free offering where you got to share between the web or your app, that's now gone as of today. Just as a reminder, you're now going to have to pay $3 a month in order to have that service. So just a reminder, in case you either needed to pay for it or you needed to switch over to another password manager that allows you to have the same functionality for free, today's the day to do it, my friends. And right now is the time to end this weird episode of Hot News. Brett's brain got all fuzzy scrambled. Why don't you check out the first episode where it wasn't quite like that, at least in my opinion, or you can check out the rest of the episodes you might have missed this week right over here in this playlist. I'm your Brett host. This is what cold news does to you. I ingested some earlier, my friends. Fuzzy Brain Brett signing out. Back for the hot news tomorrow. Only the hottest.